So I'm Isaac. Actually, I'm a local student from just graduated from HKUST as an MPhil student. And you can see actually this one is a whole research group. And then in fact we are under the Professor Jack Chang's supervisions. But at least you can see that in fact we are such a large group that I think like you can't find so many like PhDs, MPhil students, seniors around you in the world. So this one is such a large group that maybe is quite unique in Hong Kong or in HKUST, I'd say. So let me introduce a bit more of myself. So I also graduated from HKUST in my to get my bachelor's here and also in civil engineers, and I just also graduated from the MPhil in civil engineering as well. So you may ask, well, actually, what civil engineering do during the MPhil life? So I would say actually is an other construction workers, you may say. Like from here, you can see I actually went down to a construction site to like supervise my projects. But of course, like we will also work sometimes in the structural labs, and then in fact also HKUST provides us a lot of like projects, collaborations in order to finish our studies. So you can see from my in my course of studying here as an MPhil, I work underground in a construction in a drainage pipe. I work in the middle of nowhere for construction. I also worked in a building that is also under construction. So I'm actually collecting all the data for my own studies. But to be honest, like we are now kind of like transforming the whole civil engineering industry to a more digitalized way. So I actually spend most of the time in my office at HKUST, and because my research direction is actually using like AI or computer vision in construction site, so I spend most of my time in my office in UST, dealing with codings, but sometimes of course petting pets with some friends. So of course this is a way that how you live in your office here, and of course I will be during your course of studies, and you will also be being a TAs to teach students or teach undergrad students. So this is how I did, and then this is kind of like the last class that I did before I graduate. And eventually, of course, the thesis is the most important part. So I also just finished my thesis like recently in August on improving the computer vision efficiency for construction safety. So this is what I have done in the research life, and this is my kind of like daily life of it. Okay, and also this is kind of like another way of daily life of the research. So back in the time when I just enrolled, and we faced the most serious pandemic situation, and then so you can see actually for most of the seminars here, webinars, or even classes, they are all held in online. But then is it going to affect you a lot? Then I feel like Hong Kong has a great infrastructure, and UST provide a lot of great infrastructure for us to like not going to affect your life, even if it's all in Zoom, because they will also provide you a lot of like a quick internet and then also like recording as well. So it is not affecting us so much. But I'm still very glad that by the almost towards the end of my studying here, then some face-to-face event is coming up again. For example, like I'm visiting some BIM lab here is a government BIM lab, so I can do some face-to-face visit there, and I also joined some forums on construction safety. Finally, the face-to-face event is coming up, and I hope that you will have more chance than me to enjoy all the face-to-face event, all the face-to-face class with your classmate during your course of study in HKUST. So a bit special for me, I think is like it actually during my studying in HKUST, I also found my own startup called the Autosave, and in 2021, and very luckily, then I also got the I got to be the winner of the Sino $1 million entrepreneurship competition 2022, which is actually one of the biggest entrepreneurship competition in HKUSTs. And you can see that this is the situation at the arena during the ceremony, and you can also see like after such a competitions, they will help us to gain more exposure. For example, like a lot of medias would come up to like having an interview with us, and this is kind of like just some of the entrepreneurship competitions you can find in HKUST. There are actually a lot more. Apart from the competitions, HKUST is being very helpful for also entrepreneurs in from their students as well. For example, they will set up a showcase for different kind of startup teams This allowed us to expose more. This allowed us to present our ideas to the industry people, to promote our ideas, to gain more exposure for you. And of course, like as an engineering students, then we basically have not much accounting or like financial experience before. So in fact, HKUST also consider that, and they will like arrange a lot of like startup 101 sort of like startup 101 courses for you to help you to understand how a company is formed, how you're going to manage your company, how you're going to manage a cash flow, something like that. There are a lot of things that you can learn from all these workshops to build up your own brand, to build up your own company. And other than that, of course, they will also have, HKUST also have quite a lot of funding supports. And for example, like connecting to the governments, that will be the TSSSU for each universities in Hong Kong. And they will also have some more like fundings and for all the startups in HKUST. So I think like this is kind of like also a unique point for Hong Kong University of HKUST is that they will have a lot of support for entrepreneur here in HKUST. So if you are a potential entrepreneur, then don't wait, just start today. Don't wait it until like you graduate. HKUST provide you a lot of opportunities on this. But if you're saying that maybe while you are quite very exhausted by your like research thesis works and also like maybe entrepreneur experience, then I would strongly recommend you to also like, why not you just take a walk in this such a beautiful campus. This is definitely one of the most beautiful campus I've visited before. And then why don't you just play basketball with friends at night? How about playing squash at night? We all have it in this campus, and you can see also like the beautiful sunset, beautiful sunrise in the campus. And of course, don't forget to like enjoy your dorms here, and especially for the whole new GGT here is our latest dormitory available to postgraduate students. So you can see these are some pictures I took during my stay there. It is so beautiful, and you can see the views here. You will also always wake up by the sun because it is facing the eastern side. But then you will have a sea view that I don't think you can afford one in Hong Kong, but here at HKUST you can enjoy for 2 years of this sea view. So don't forget to enjoy your life, enjoy your walk in the HKUST. But of course, if you are saying, well, I'm kind of bored for HKUST because you may be staying here for like 6 years or 4 years already, then why don't you just explore the Hong Kong? Hong Kong is so famous for having so much natural scenarios, and also like have the greatest trails and trekking trails in the world. So for example, like you can visit this very unique hexagonal columns that in Hong Kong, just maybe like 30 to 40 minutes from HKUST. It is located in Sai Kung, and then you can do it like me, wait until the sunset and enjoy such a beautiful ways. And also, you can also look at the amazing infrastructure. For example, this Chiang Mai Bridge is kind of like a world record bridge for having like both road traffics and also rail traffics. Then how about let's have a trail walks nearby and enjoy the sunset next to this amazing bridge. So I think there is a lot of things that you can do in Hong Kong, for example, like trekkings, and then also do campings as well. Hong Kong offers you amazing ways of enjoying your life here. And I feel like this is, if you are a car fan, and of course this is a very unique experience, that because Hong Kong is also full of supercars, and then this is connecting the Western world, I would say, to have such an exotic experience here. So if you like cars, don't forget, just go to some main roads and stay for a while. Maybe you will see some great vehicles passing by, some supercars passing by. Just enjoy your life there, and then you will see a lot of great things here. And of course, Hong Kong is also famous for a concrete jungle. Then don't forget about the night view of this amazing concrete jungle. Maybe you just have a night walk. How about seeing a T-Rex in Hong Kong? In fact, I think it is in Tsim Sha Tsui. And how about I take a night tram here to just, the tram is just unique in Hong Kong. So I will say take a night tram there, walk, travel around this the most prosperous city in a slower way. Then you will find a different ways of enjoying this city. And of course, don't forget to view the amazing and also like world-class harbor view in the middle of the sea here, like this one, and you will also have a chance to see a lot of like skyscrapers in Hong Kong as well. I think this comes to some of the end of my sharing. I hope that you can see that and Hong Kong is really an enjoying city. HKUST also is also a very enjoying campus for you to explore your thesis and also your potential. But then there are a few like quotes that I may want to share with you. So this is actually a quote from a poem quote from Interstellar. Just is like, don't go gentle into the good night. But of course, the good night is not interpreted as the original way. But what I would like to say is like, be proactive to do what you think is right today, because this is today that defines your future. But of course, I would say in Hong Kong, you have a lot of chances to play around, and then so work hard, but then play harder. But then at the end of the most important message that I should show is that don't forget your thesis as well. Even if you play very hard, but then thesis is your first priority. So I guess this is my sharing. I hope you will have a great time in Hong Kong. I hope you will have a great time like what I did in HKUST study as well.